Do you and your friends ever hang out, have a few beers, and watch football? Like most Americans, you probably have. Has the subject of athletes' pay and bad attitudes about their salaries ever come up in a conversation? If grown men complain about their living status, then why would we pay college athletes and teach them to act the same way at a younger age? The main focus of a college is to provide an education so students can succeed not only academically, but also with life goals. Extracurricular activities, such as sports, is a privilege. The sports programs can be easily taken away just as any other activity on the school's campus. Student athletes are students first, athletes second. Many questions regarding whether or not student athletes should get paid come to surface, such as the money to pay these student athletes. Where would the money come from to pay these athletes? Is it going to come along with the tuition? Will parents be forced to pay more if their child wants to play a sport for their school? Or will extra scholarships be provided specifically for students who want to play college sports? If this is the case, aren't we as Americans paying for their salary by just being good citizens and paying our taxes? Also, how do we decide who gets paid more? Will it go to the teams who win more games, or if they just have the most fans? How do we decide if a men's sport gets paid more, less, or equal to the teams of the women's? Or will we simply base the pay off the performance? Who can never bring a crowd to their feet gets paid more, or whoever wins MVP? The country is in a $14 billion deficit, and the NFL was in a lockout last season. Because of this, money should not be given to colleges so they can pay their student players. Instead, it needs to go to other uses, such as feeding our poor and trying to get our country out of debt. The role of college students is to be students and to learn so they can turn out and make our country grow when they are out on their own. There will be an impact for paying students to play sports. Grades and GPAs will drop dramatically because everyone on the sport will be more concerned with how much they are making and with their performance on the field, not in the classroom. Also, special treatment might be given from their peers. When this happens, other students will be pushed off to the side who are not involved in sports, so thus creating an outroar within the students. Not only will special treatment be given from students, but the teachers as well. They might give the athletes good grades just because they want to see their student play and not be kicked off the team, just for a bad grade. If this happens, the teacher might be looked down upon for making the team lose, just for giving that student a bad grade. Conflicts and lack of interest within the college community will arise. Conflicts between the athletes might come about due to the pay. If one athlete gets paid more than another, then there might be a fight as to why that is. Lack of interest in learning will also be at stake. With all this being said, college athletes, in my opinion, should not get paid to play a sport. It is the college's job to provide an education for them, not a salary.